Hello.
What's going on?
Where's the camera?
Right here.
Right under that big light.
Okay.
Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good. Yeah, very good.
Miserable.
Very good.
A little knocked out, whatever. A couple of days, fucking 3 shows or whatever. Driving, not sleeping, drinking, Drinking coffee, your stomach is fucking churning. all
Not
day.
drugging.
Searching
that's
for weed.
Sure.
I don't smoke cigarettes, but when I'm on the road,
He doesn't have. He's got to make something out of something.
Yeah.
So okay, this is the first time seeing you guys since that Bloodfest thing in Montreal, which you played as well with Ragman.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, we did? Holy shit. I don't remember seeing you there. I don't remember being there.
Yeah.
I do.
So that was the last time I saw you guys. Now it's been over 10 years. And I gotta say, the guitars, man, sound great. You guys sound really fucking tight. Gotta say it.
You know what, man? You break a couple strings and fucking magic happens.
Yeah.
Magic happens.
Yeah.
Double breaking strings.
Strings were broken
Right.
tonight. Many months.
Many
strings.
strings were broken.
Strings.
You're a little
Yeah.
wounded, you fight harder.
You just gotta pretend it's there. You know.
Yeah.
Make them.
Yep. Like life.
Yeah. Which we have to go back to tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, this is my new project, Shove My Skin. I talk to people about real things that they go through, the real lives that we all live most of the time, not when we're hanging out at shows and stuff. So, I guess what I'm just wondering is what do your real lives consist of, and how do you guys cope with reality?
We come and play hardcore shows to cope with reality. No.
I just drink.
I'm not coping very well. No. Stay home with my kids. That's unrealistic, but that's what I've been doing.
Reality. Grind. It's a daily grind all the time.
He had to just
What do
come,
you do, man?
Maddie had to just come get a job with me.
I do whatever it takes, man. I can't talk about what I do now. I was kidding.
I mean, none of us can, but
Yeah.
You do what you got to do.
there's an interview version of our real lives, and I guess real jobs and stuff.
Yeah. I've been unemployed for 6 months. I worked for a company for 10 years.
You're a father,
but
man.
you know how it is fucking the economy in America now.
Yeah. Oh
Yes, you guys do.
There is a father. That's his
Yeah,
job.
yeah. But of course.
He's Mr. Mom.
Yeah, I'm losing my marbles.
Being a parent, it's of you guys, I had a broken home growing up out there around and stuff, so I turned to music to find a little bit of belonging and confidence to try to get stuff in the house. So now a lot of us came from these weird broken homes. Our dads, some of us are dads, like ours, for example. What does it take to be a good dad? How do you keep that up?
I don't know.
Love. You do,
Yeah.
man.
Love.
Yeah, I
He's
guess.
a great
I care for my
great
kids,
father.
you know what I mean?
Love.
This guy too. Over here.
That's all that matters, with everything fucking going down the toilet in the world. It's just that shit is fucking important. Yeah. Because everything else is fucking doesn't make a
It's all
difference.
love, pure love.
As long as you got food on the table and
Yeah.
a roof over your head.
Nothing else matters. Healthy, beautiful kids, both of us, and that's all that matters. Keep them healthy, keep them happy, love them, love your children.
So,
Love. That's love.
Yeah.
My brother!
Brother.
hey brother.
Up top, brother.
So yeah, I mean, you guys are fathers. How do you spend enough time with your kids in such a fucking shitty economy? Because back here, the economy is just as shit, and we're all just, we're all in debt and we're all scraping by. So
It's called unemployment.
You gotta rob the CVS for Pampers.
Actually, Shadracks for toilet paper.
Yeah, and towels. Rob the hotel bar down the block from me.
and for food,
Oh, for food. We robbed the food too. No.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not like that. No, they're
Food is cheaper in the States.
they eat.
Yeah.
I think down
Well,
here. It's kind of expensive.
very
over
small.
Yeah,
Smart.
McDonald's,
Grown up.
dollar menu,
Very
right?
proud of my kids.
You want to eat something that costs a fucking $1?
And I treat it right, believe me.
DMS, Dollar Menu Squad.
Yeah. Right.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
That was it for a while.
We were out like this one time. We're out, first time we seen this, we're out on the road, and
Eating pickles at
we
Roy
all,
Rogers.
no, but he bought this. We're all eating and shit. Larry's
Fixins.
Larry's a very humble guy. He don't like want to ask, hey, yo, dude, can I go? We see him going to the Fixins bar. He's got nothing, and he's putting in pickles and onions and tomatoes.
French fry pan.
And that's in a French fry cup, and that's what he ate.
The lettuce sandwich.
We said,
It's good,
oh.
it's good.
It's called the
Yo, man, I
saggy
think-
lettuce
Then we bought him a
sandwich.
burger.
I think fucking, I think Subway sells that shit for like $6 now, man. It's a vegetarian
It's the
sandwich.
best part. It was the best part of the
Larry
hamburger
was the
anyway.
original vegetarian. Well, in the 1990 version.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're in pretty good shape, Larry. So I don't know. More
It worked out.
veggies,
Lack
I
of
guess?
sleep and not eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
That's
You
the
know?
Hollywood Jap diet, man.
Yeah.
That,
Not, you know.
Write a book.
People pay a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New York hardcore diet. Nah,
yeah. You can start Larry Subzero diet, man.
Yeah, right.
Get a couple TV spots.
Yeah.
All the Jewish girls paying you $5,000 a pop on PayPal. You know?
Yeah.
If he was Richie Scam, he would have thought of that already.
Disclaimer: if Richie sees this, it's not for you.
He
owns it.
We love
He's,
it.
he's a great father too.
Yeah, he
You
is.
never
He
know.
is. He
He's,
is.
bad. He's awesome.
Without a doubt.
Amazing father.
Right.
What's up, Richie?
Scam does, scam does, scam does.
Japan, the whole party was screaming her shit.
Scam does.
Pretty funny. And he got up and he started rapping like fucking in front of
They
the whole
put him
bunch
in
of
a helicopter. Yeah,
They did.
MQ and Scam went in the helicopter.
They did.
And they flew around Japan.
I seen it.
Who does that? Scam does
With
that.
like executive, like Japanese dudes.
Yeah, they're ready to jump out of the fucking helicopter.
Yeah, a lot of executives committing suicide nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot of them jumping off.
Those damn helicopter bills, right? Look, what the fuck was I thinking? That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. This movie came out, Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, those fucking Quaalude scene.
So your thoughts on that movie? You're an Alex. I figured you guys would appreciate that movie. I really appreciated that movie. So I mean, not just for the Wall Street factor, but just for the general factor of how he was living in that movie. You guys
I
relate to
did
that
not
movie?
see it.
I didn't see it either.
I don't know if it really relates. I mean, that's
None
like,
of us ever seen
you know, he's selling shitty stock to people, screwing people over and keeping the money, But then again, he did what he got to do to get up as high as he can get,
That was the 80s, though. Money was being fucking thrown around hand over
yeah.
fist.
Selling
And like,
shitty
Yeah,
fucking-
we're paying the price now.
yeah. Fuck no, man.
And the same thing's
My
happening
dad
now,
went
too.
to jail with Ivan Boesky back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep. White collar crime.
Yep. Mine caused quite a bit of trouble too. Ponzi scheme, shit like that.
Yeah, I guess it was tempting, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean,
those Italians.
yeah.
they talk about New York and Wall Street and this and that. I mean, how is New York these days? Since the last 14 years, I mean, my grandmother's from New York City, and my dad met her. My grandpa was a furrier, and he met her on like a trip. My grandma was like a socialite in New York, so they met, came to Montreal, and then mom's family came in from Europe in the 60s, and then they met, and then I was born. So I have some roots in New York. I love New York, and it's just upsetting to me how important of a city it is, and how it's treated like shit by the government and by the very economy that operates in the city. Just want to know what your reflections are living in the city with this kind of crap happening.
The new mayor is a little better, I think. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
Bloomberg
Giuliani
really
and
sold the fucking
We
city
had a
out.
lot of Bloomberg.
Really sold it out.
Giuliani killed all the prostitution and drugs
Yeah,
and the crime.
Yeah,
I
and the art
Threw
too.
50,000 cops on top of that.
Closed
He
all the
cleaned
clubs.
shit,
Closed
clean
all
up
the
this
clubs.
park. You know what I mean?
You
He's like,
couldn't
we gotta
even,
clean
you
it
couldn't
up.
even dance in like a
There
club
used to
without
be
getting arrested.
helicopters floating over like low buildings on the Lower East Side like this with spotlights like this all
Yeah,
the streets,
yeah.
clean up the whole dealers and everything. Yeah.
Everybody need a beer?
They did.
Maybe.
Yes.
It's actually New York's become very sterile.
Yeah.
It's
It's horrible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It has.
It's a joke, you know.
It's become.
There's no edge.
It's more about the tourists. You know what I mean?
They're just selling the shit out of New York.
New York.
So anybody who wants to come have fun.
Stay out of the
Don't worry,
tourist
it's
way.
safe. You can do whatever. You know what I mean? And now it's just infiltrated with tons and tons of people. And not to say all outsiders are bad, but like it's like you get the run of the mill. You know what I mean? And now it's lost its real heart and culture.
It's
and
identity. It's lost
family
its
of,
identity.
you know, people born there and grew up there.
Yeah,
Now
it's a
everybody got pushed
catch-22.
out. You know?
Yeah, you can't like it seems like if you grew up there and everything, you can't. It's not affordable. You can't live there anymore. You gotta, you have to.
Yeah.
It's almost like, but it's a catch-22 because it is like the mecca of the world. It's
We
like,
don't. Me and Briggs don't even live there. We live in Jersey City.
Yeah,
now.
went across the river.
Me and Matt live in Brooklyn.
Yo, we were in a bar the other night, a bar that we always go to, and went back there. We walked in this bar. All the people that were in there are the people that would not dare even look at that bar.
Yeah,
Like, walk right by.
Even near the
There's a bunch of maniacs in that fucking bar.
It happens overnight too. We went to a
And all of a
Highline
sudden, here's these guys and these girls that are like, what they're wearing, like, like,
Yeah.
Like Bloomingdale's, it was like
We're wearing evening dresses, going to the
Dresses,
fucking dive
you know.
bars that
Yeah.
these coke bars that used to be like fucking
Well, that's it, man. You know, in Montreal, there's a lot of these like chic bars.
Yeah, we witnessed that the other day.
Oh yeah, and a lot of these kids are pretty well off, but they dress like kind of street style.
We got a little story. We were in the van, and one of us started yelling at a girl walking by, and we were in this van, and there was a Bentley parked behind us. She goes, "I'm not talking to you fucking guys." She goes, "I want to talk to the person in the Bentley behind us."
she's like, that's
Yelling
a
that
whack
down the street.
minivan right
Who
there.
won?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
She goes, "You fucking guys, I'm not talking to you."
Yeah, we got this 4 times because our van.
Yeah, and somebody else was like, "This is what
Yeah.
you drive this van."
We had to come up with a name
It's
for
a
it.
rental.
Shit.
What the fuck were we supposed to
Soccer
do?
mom
It's
skin.
just drunk. The worst is it's this drunken metalhead dude drunk out of his mind, and he walks up to our
Even
van.
he was like-
he walks up to our van. He goes, "This is what you tore in." Like this. And he was like,
I thought he was gonna grab the kid by the face and smash him into the van.
but whatever.
But instead he gave me his phone number.
A handful.
He gave me his phone number. Hey, now he's your friend.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
And he even turned his nose up at the pistachios.
He never had a pistachio nut before. He's like, "What's this?"
He gave me pistachio. He loved pistachio.
And he loved it.
So I gave him another pistachio.
All of a sudden, the van's really cool. You know, he's like, "Oh shit, oh, it's not that bad."
His girlfriend tried a pistachio first time. Pistachio. What's a pistachio? It's a nut.
In French, there's an expression for that. It's called bobo. It stands for bourgeois boheme. Basically, they're bourgeois, they're rich girls,
Yeah.
and they dress like bohemians.
Right.
Because they want
But they're upper class, right?
Oh yeah. They just don't want to
Slumming
identify
it.
with that.
Slumming it. We call them slumming it.
Yeah.
That was all the girls coming on the Lower East Side, coming and hanging out over there.
Hipster.
Hipster. Slumming it. What are you
Yeah.
doing over here?
Right. How many people move to Brooklyn? And I hear these jumpies like, "Yeah, it's 5 blocks from where like Biggie used to live."
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, give me a fucking break.
Larry likes to go. Larry does this. The other one, Larry does this. There's like a fucking fashion girl or whoever wearing like a Black Flag shirt. Larry go, name one song.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Yeah, I like them all.
Yes,
Bullshit.
She bought it at John Barbados.
Yeah.
Yeah.
85.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
More.
put sequins on the 4 black flag bars.
Yeah.
Right?
Rhinestones.
No, the article I read about this designer dude who ripped
Right.
off the Hell's Angel logo
Oh, yeah. I heard
for
about
like an
that.
department store clothing line, and then he got sued by the Hell's Angel attorneys.
I heard about
Yeah.
that.
He's lucky he got sued. He could have been killed.
Yeah. Or Chris Brown, like the jackets he was rocking. Did you see those?
Death before dishonor.
So the Chromags on the back of his jacket.
Yeah.
And like discharge, I think.
Oh,
and it's like,
right.
Serious, you know.
Really?
Yeah,
No
a lot of
He paid-
money,
he paid, like,
thousands.
yeah,
it was
for
like
it, right.
$2,200 jacket.
Yeah.
You know the Gap? There's a chain that made this like punk jean jacket.
Yeah, right.
With like
fucking patches on it.
Chromags,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like all set.
I hope they got a cut of that, man, because that's really fucking sad.
Yeah, they probably licensed that.
Oh yeah?
Or like some of these make these mock-looking things, and it says something like it'll look like a discharge logo, but you realize it says like punk. punk or something really fucking generic or retarded. You know what I mean? Like it's like brainwash shit. You know what I mean?
It's all with the chic, you know? The
Yeah.
styles are born in the underground, and then someone, you know, sniffs a little bit of money.
Right. No identity with the movement behind it. Just the style of it.
It was the fashion magazines.
Which is really
fashion magazines started ripping off
yeah.
the styles
Right,
of the
right.
punk girls.
They did. Yo, on the runway, it was fucking all the fashion models, and it was a big thing. It was Punk Week.
That's when shit fucking died because all these fashion magazines coming in and they're fucking taking the styles from these people and never paid any homage to them. That's this is where it came from.
Models.
They used it. They spoiled the shit out of it. I mean,
Zoolander.
just have Doc
Zoolander.
Martens in school, and then the jocks are, oh, look at those. What the fuck are those you're wearing? Next thing you know, they're rocking the Doc
Hey,
Martens.
where's the war, man? Where's the fucking war?
Oh, I got,
to do it, you know
I
what
got
mean?
my Doc Martens and Macy's. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And then when grunge hit big, all of a sudden, like, oh, these dudes are wearing fucking Doc Martens and shit.
Yep. It's like flannel and dark.
Yeah, right.
I remember Larry always had the black corduroys, the combat boots, and the black,
right.
the black and blue flannel,
Right.
gray or whatever.
Well, because that's what like
They
the
tied it
fucking
around his waist.
like the circle
Punk
jerks
rock, that's
wore
what it
and
was.
shit,
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
you know what I mean. Back then, that was like a
That's because what they had to, it kept you warm when you were fucking
yeah.
sleeping in the
No,
street.
you go to a show and you fucking wear it to the show and you tie it around your fucking waist to dance. You know what I mean? Like the long sleeves of it, you roll them up or whatever. You know?
That's back when clothing had a purpose. It's beyond just impressing somebody else, right?
Right.
There was clothing to survive and clothing to identify.
What was practical? Oh, that looks cool.
You know?
To express yourself, but like to express real values, not to
and
express
to,
a
and
classic.
to be different from the mainstream. You know what I mean? Just
Yes.
we had our own thing going on. Those people who didn't accept us, we started our own thing. Before me, of course. You know, and that's where I come from. That's where we all come from.
Yeah.
So, what's next for Subzero? This lineup is super tight. I hope you guys get to record something because it's been quite a while. The last album was very heavy, so this one, you know.
Working on it right now. Definitely working on it.
Yeah, we're kicking around some stuff.
Yeah.
We're writing and recording like often, tossing shit around, and we got some shit solid. Hopefully soon we'll put something out.
I
Videos.
didn't even tell you guys, man. Tim said we could do a record at Big Blue.
We'll be in there next week.
Yeah. So he
6
said
months
he'll
we'll have
mix it. He'll
yeah,
he'll
only
set it
5
up
years
for the
away.
mix and everything. So, but he said we gotta hurry up.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so hurry up.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, cause
We got shit done. We're just waiting, a full package, and
yeah.
put it out the
Tim
correct way.
Tim Gillies is like Gillis. He fucking gets pissed when we call him Gillis, but it's Tim Gillis. He's done a lot of shit, so it should be good.
Great. It was cool that Hatebreed and Terror covered you guys. I mean,
You know, Hatebreed used to be like in the front row of our shows, like right, like when we first started out, like the guys in there were saying like one of the first hardcore shows they ever went to was seeing us. The last night the Anthrax was open, we opened up for Murphy's Law, and the guitar player in Hatebreed told me that he's like, that was my first hardcore show, and I came in and you guys were on the stage, and like,
It was my first hardcore show.
what?
Subzero. That's
right.
At the Boardwalk.
At the Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Houston, New York. I was fucking
Right, that was
12,
the
I
that was the Friday
13.
the infamous Friday the
13.
13th
Friday the 13th
show, right?
Dismay,
Yeah.
like dismay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Right.
I was 13. Friday the 13th. It was 93, 92.
Beach mob.
92.
Our old drummer shaved his head when he was a whole.
Beach mob. Beach mob.
We shaved him and Todd Thornton there.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Got him drunk.
Yo, but I'll tell you, Hatebreed, man.
Josh
When shit started getting real, these dudes, you opened up the van, they had made the bunk beds, and they were on the road to fucking tour and make it happen. They busted their asses. They deserve everything that they had. They more than any band at that level at the time. These motherfuckers did what they had to do, and they earned it. They deserved it. Crazy, relentless.
Yeah.
Good people too.
Yeah.
Big time. All of them. And they put your last album out too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we did. So,
Yeah.
400 years ago.
Or Jamie sent it to me. He's like, yo, give me your address. I want to see you. And then our beautiful Lamb goat. He was touring a lot with Hey Boo at Biology and Perseverance.
Yeah.
And he was still working on his label.
Yeah.
He was still sending out emails,
Yeah.
you know, about your.
Hard working motherfucker.
does.
Man. Real good dude. Good
Guy
to
was,
see him.
he was one of the hardest working guys in any scene all the time. Even back when Johnson 14 was putting on shows, when he was like fucking 14, 15 years old doing the same thing. And and then I played with Hey Boo from 99 to 2001, and he was right when before Perseverance. We had started writing Perseverance already, and he was still just wheeling and dealing like a maniac. It was unreal. It was crazy. When you think people were like, the band was starting to get big and everything, and he was like, you think, you know, we got the tour bus and we're doing these shows with Slipknot and 10,000 people a night, that, yeah, there was still time to get drunk and party and wild out, but the fucking guy would get up with the worst hangover and a busted TV next to him, and he'd be like, you know, I'd seen the guy throw, like, you know, broken shit out of his bunk because he's got to get the paperwork out and he's got to start working on this and working on this, and like, oh shit, I busted my laptop. Stop, I gotta get this fixed. I gotta do business. Like crazy. And there were managers, and he still had his hands in it. It was like no. Like he was still doing it. You know, it didn't matter. Like he was crazy.
Back then, bands they worked their fucking asses off because there's no internet and nothing like this.
Yeah.
And
I liked it better that way.
Yeah, it was because, you know, now you got a million bands. God bless them all. Do what they're doing. But it's easy to find them. You can go right on the computer, you find them. Back then, if you weren't in Manhattan, if you weren't in
Right.
Connecticut,
If you weren't at the
Boston,
shows.
you weren't at the show, you wouldn't know.
Right.
Ask for an elbow.
Yeah, if
You're lucky you got a demo or a
if there was
t-shirt,
nobody out
you know
there,
what I'm saying?
if there was nobody out there on the street or nobody driving a half hour to the mall to drop off a flyer, you didn't know or see or hear of anything going on.
Exactly.
And if it wasn't for the people and being like, we got to get this out, we got to push it, and by pushing it, that was getting in your fucking car and standing outside of someplace, going, come check this out, come check this out, come check this out. If you're if you're into this, come check this out.
Those bands from back then, they all lasted a good amount of time, as opposed to a lot of people, we ain't working out this week, so we're gonna start another band. That's fine. But I'm saying back then, you had your band and you fucking supported your band, you did what you do, and you fucking played shows, and you fucking do what you had to do. Yeah. And that's what it was. It was a working, we worked for what we had, you know what I mean? And when the shit went down a little bit, the bands that still survived are the ones that fought for it, you know what I mean? Instead of giving up, you know.
Well, that's what everybody knew. That's what you guys knew. That's what, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
how
know,
it
that's, you know, it's like, well, nobody has the option of just starting another fucking band because it might not have been a scene. You know, it was like what these guys created and what everybody started doing. And it's like, all right, just because it's gone down doesn't mean, you know, nobody stops. It's just like, you don't even think of like, oh, well, it's starting to suck because that's just what it was, you know.
It's like back then the only way we got our name out was going and play a show and like, you know, making cassettes. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking my mother would go to Chinatown and give me like 10 boxes, like 10, you know, 100 cassettes or some shit, and I had to sit there and fucking dub all these fucking cassettes.
Making cases,
Yeah, and a copy
photocopying
machine.
things, folding it, and going, fuck, it didn't fit.
Right. Going, having to go into a record store and be like,
Sell shit on
right, hey,
consignment.
I got 10 fucking tapes of my band and this and that, and they're like, who the fuck are you? What,
Yeah.
You know, with the fucking, you
Would
know.
you please just
They
sell
throw
it?
us out and like, you know, it was really, you know, it was much different, you know, it was really hard. Now, I mean, yeah, the kids just download shit.
At the same time, though, like people, like would, you know, they'd sort shit out back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where today it's just like so available.
Right,
that
right.
it's
There's
not-
so much of
It's a
it.
click of a button. And
It's
used to
not a
drive
big
the
deal.
damn
I mean,
you don't have to do
back
the
in
work.
the day, like you didn't know what people looked like.
Not
You
only
didn't,
dress,
you know, like,
dress records.
it wasn't everybody didn't have videos.
Yeah.
You had to like
You'd
you
buy
had to,
a
like,
demo for a band you never heard, just by like,
totally,
you know, like cover
totally.
because like, oh, you know, whatever, I'll check it out, I'll support it. Like it looks like
because
hardcore.
of the cover of the
Yeah,
tape
yeah.
looked cool or something
Right,
like
right.
that, you know?
I was just saying, I used to have to
Facebook.
drive. I used to have to drive a half hour because there was one record store in our area, or my area where I grew up. There was one record store, and if I didn't take a train into the city an hour away, or an hour and a half by train, I had to ask somebody to drive me to this place, Trash American Style, up in Danbury, Connecticut. That was the only record store from the city to upstate New York.
Right.
That carried anything remotely hardcore or anything, and it was like you just walked in and it was like I had $20 and there was demo tapes for $3. So and you know, I saw this band on a flyer, never heard the band, and was just buying tapes and was like, this is kind of what I'm into, I guess, you know, like, and you just kind of learn about it. And it was like, you know, that was it.
People went out to shows, no matter who's playing, just to go to the shows.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was a hangout, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I bought a lot of records even just fucking for the covers. Yeah. There was no way in hell I was going to be able to hear what it sounded like. You know what I'm saying? There was no way.
I mean, a lot of people, that's how you guys built your fan base back then. And the same as Hate Breed, actually. Very similar to the way you guys
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
They built your fan bases and look at what you guys do.
That's where this all came from, man.
Right.
You both still together.
From the Anthrax. Yeah. That was a club in Connecticut. Like that was such like a that place was like so fucking influential in retrospect. Like how many fucking bands or people like came out of that place.
I saw Dinosaur Jr. there. Like they played everything. We talked about it. Me and my girl driving and Dinosaur Jr. was on. I said, I seen him at the Anthrax. The day after you see fucking Nuclear Assault or the Climax.
Yeah.
The day after that, Sonic Youth. You know what I mean? Like all different styles came in. That place. No bouncers, packed every weekend. Packed.
The fights went on, and they went out the door and out in the parking lot and up the fucking, you know.
They only served Jolt Cola.
Yeah, no alcohol.
Wow.
You'd have to drink it out back.
Yeah. So all the straight edge, because at the time we're drinking Jolt Cola, and like they whacked out and said Jolt Cola.
Hey guys, well look, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Check out All Out War.
That's another band. That's another fucking band though that has been doing it since '90s.
Right.
Karate Chris started that band down in the city and came up to fucking. He started Marauder actually.
Right.
Who is the you know whatever, and then
Rest in peace, Saab.
Rest in peace, Saab, for sure.
Anniversary is a couple days ago of his death.
Yeah, it was the anniversary a couple days ago. But like Karate Chris moved up to Newburgh and who started Marauder back down in the city and then came up and started All Out War. So in case y'all didn't know where that came from. Ta-da.
Metalcore.
Yeah, metalcore. Yeah, metalcore. Thank you. So there you go. Every fucking band, you know, just so you know, that's where a lot of shit came from, everybody. Get it straight.
Quick shout out to the Ragman fans out there.
Thanks. Quick shout out. Well, thank you. I mean, you know, whatever, man. I keep hearing a lot of things. People keep saying, you know, keep bringing that name up, but you know, it's cool. It was fun while it happened, but you never know. Actually,
Ragman reunion.
Not
Do
gonna,
it.
Not. I never say never, but at this time, not looking too good. Almost there, but not too good.
All right, well, guys, travel safe, get back to the States in one piece.
Yes, thank you.
And go back to Canada soon, because as you can see, kids dance to you, kids like you guys a lot. So thanks.
We like Canada a lot too.
Go
Hopefully we get in again, but this time we're a little bit. They kind of said you can't come back, so we'll see.
We're not allowed back.
Well, not to see you guys in the States and then travel down to Canada.
Thank you, Mr. Peter Schmitz.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I lost my voice otherwise.